Latest in politics with Peston in 45 minutes. That's after the ITV News at 10 now.
ITV axes the Jeremy Kyle Show. For a company that prides itself on its warmth and humanity, it was just no longer deemed fit for purpose. But questions are being asked of a much wider group of programmes now on all channels.
Anyone involved in reality TV will look at their shows today and say, look, are we sure we aren't pushing the boundaries too far?
Also on News at 10 tonight. Alabama's new law that means a doctor who gives a rape victim an abortion could serve a longer jail term than the rapist himself. We get drunk more than people in any other major country. The shocking new report on the UK's alcohol consumption. The Boeing 737 MAX and the pilot's warnings that were not passed on. Save the puffin, a new call goes out to bird watchers across the country. And Move Like Jagger, he's back and he's still dancing like a teenager.
This is ITV News at 10 with Tom Bradby.
Good evening. ITV arguably bowed to the inevitable today and took the decision to axe the Jeremy Kyle Show permanently. This was, of course, a direct response to the apparent suicide of one of its participants just a week after filming an episode of the show, but it was also perhaps a sign of the times. For a channel that invites viewers to come on in, the programme just no longer seemed to fit. More questions have been asked about a wider range of shows across all channels, and a House of Commons committee will look into the matter. But for a whole variety of reasons, all broadcasters will hope this was a one-off.
Get away from my face now!
Come out to the face.
Do you want to start?
They are scenes which will never be seen on ITV again.
Let's go the Jeremy Kyle Show. I've got rails. Sit down.
Today, the channel confirmed the Jeremy Kyle Show has been permanently cancelled amid the growing backlash after the death of guest Steve Diamond following his participation in an episode which won't now be aired. In a statement today, ITV said, given the gravity of recent events, we have decided to end production of the Jeremy Kyle Show. The Jeremy Kyle Show has had a loyal audience and has been made by a dedicated production team for 14 years, but now is the right time for the show to end.
Why isn't that enough?
You just tried to say I'm a cheat. I'm not a cheat.
Dwayne Davison appeared on the Jeremy Kyle Show in 2014 and was quickly reviled as the show's most hated guest on various YouTube clips. After 5 years of abuse, he attempted to kill himself.
Get rid of that piece of rubbish and get it out of my building.
They've ruined my life. I've lost my job. I've lost multiple jobs even. You know, I've had multiple assaults in town. People have actually hurt me, you know. I constantly get death threats. Even today, I've had, not death threats, but I've had people trolling me online.
Do a drugs test right now?
For me, you and me, mates. Let's put this to bed once and for all.
Actor Daniela Westbrook has appeared on the show several times, including one episode which won't now be transmitted. She says she was given plenty of support after taping, but thinks the whole genre of reality TV must now change.
The care and support I got was amazing. You know, they are concerned. They didn't want anything to happen, and that happened the same to other contestants that have been on the show, other people that have been through rehab as well. I just think it's so unfortunate that a man has lost his life. I think there's a big call for the industry to change. I just think this whole reality thing's done. It's done and dusted.
This House of Commons Media Committee has already announced an inquiry into the future of reality TV shows and the pressure participants are put under. Specifically, the committee will investigate what support production companies and broadcasters give to participants and where support could be improved. They will also ask who should be responsible for monitoring duty of care policies and whether reality show formats put unfair psychological pressure on those taking part. Greg Dyke, who led both ITV and the BBC, says the fallout is probably already affecting other shows.
Oh, I think anyone involved in reality TV will look at their shows today and say, look, are we sure we aren't pushing the boundaries too far? And if they think they are, they'll pull it back. They'll certainly give better support to the people who are on them. But I think Jeremy Kyle was an accident waiting to happen.
Arguably the most famous reality TV show, Big Brother, was taken off air last year after 19 series, which included many highly charged moments, both on Channel 4 and 5. Now, all TV networks are likely to be looking very closely at their programming to see which shows could be accused of failing to support the mental health of their participants.
And Dan joins me now. Dan, look, there's been a lot of debate about pretty much all aspects of this all day and into this evening.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing you've got to stress is that we still don't actually know exactly what happened with the tragic death of Steve Diamond. And actually, you know, the context might be a lot more complicated around his death than we've so far understood. But it has definitely sparked this kind of wider debate about the duty of care that broadcasters have. So you've got, you know, first of all, Ofcom, the industry regulator, saying to ITV, we want to have your initial results of what happened by Monday at the latest. In conjunction with that, you've also got this Commons committee, as you heard in my report, looking into the sort of wider picture of reality TV. But Ofcom is also looking at consulting on this. And that's something that actually is going to really be watched very closely, not just by ITV, but all the other networks, because Ofcom actually has the power to say, let's put in some new guidelines here and have some new regulation about the duty that broadcasters have to ensure that the welfare of people that take part in these programmes is absolutely paramount.
OK, Dan, thank you very much indeed.